The summer break has concluded. The race to the championship is back on and in full swing as the final leg of the 2021 season hits the home stretch here, and we start tonight under the lights at Hotlanta, Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Body Armor World 600. Reconfigured in 1997, Atlanta Motor Speedway features one of the two oldest racing surfaces on the schedule. This 1.5-mile tri-oval has seen some of the wildest racing that we've seen in stock car racing history, and it gave us an absolute instant barn burner of a classic earlier this season back in the Coca-Cola 400, and tonight we go 600 miles, 80 circuits around this iconic racetrack to see who can be the winner of the longest race we've ever had, which is going to be topped in just 1 week time at Super Glen Week in the Body Armor Finger Lakes 1000. The 1,000-kilometer endurance race will put man versus machine. All of these drivers will be put to the test here next Sunday at the Body Armor World 600. But we have an absolute thriller of a race here to get to tonight. 42 drivers as Chase Harris makes a one-off for Collins Racing tonight start this race. And it's Justin Zeidel with now a 31-point lead over Dustin Davis. He is the only man over 1,000 points on the season, but Eric Monaco is now only 76 points back. Joe Rutkowski 100 points back. Those are your top four who are within 100 points. Colton Yo 116 off the lead. Ada McCrow 117, tied with Equan Haslam in the 6th position. McCrow and Davis teammates. That's two Arctic racing cars in the top 6. A tremendous season for them. And they have Brett Sierra now 11th in points. So 3 Arctic racing machines in the top 11 in points. And it's no wonder with those kind of numbers why they have been able to extend their lead in the constructor standings. Colton Yo, McCrow, Haslam, Fitzy, Shane Lake, William Brock, Sierra, Barretto, Troxel up 9 spots after Daytona, Olvera, Johnson, Durrani, Bouchard, McMillan, Rose up 4 spots after Daytona, and Jesse Turner all within 202 points there. It's a very tight top 20 drivers here, and it's not going to let up. It's going to get crazier as the season goes on here as we enter in the final home stretch. And the owner's point battle is tightening up as Otter Island Motorsports has the second highest now average point total there. They're at 882 total points for their races on the season. 891 is Arctic Racing. Stealth Motorsports 868, Team Velocistar 846, 845 is Collins Racing, going to try and make a late season turnaround. They have 3 wins. They're tied with Team Velocistar, so we'll have to see if one of those teams can get up there and battle with the top 2, or if Arctic Racing can hold on. Maybe Otter Island Motorsports, they could have a big day. Today could be their night, and they could finally overtake Arctic Racing in the standings. But enough of all that for now. It is time to find out who is going to win the Body Armor World 600 as we're going to get this racing started here in just a moment. And on the pole here tonight, we have David Johnson in the number 10 for Perez Family Racing. That is their 4th pole, I believe, as a team this season, which, if I am not mistaken, is a new record that has been set for a team. So they're up to 4 poles, I believe, now this season. That is a new record for a team. Alexander Rowe, who's still bottom half of the points, but he's had a tremendous past couple of races, been able to finally claw himself out of the basement. Chase Harris at his debut, the Haas IndyCar Series legend, he starts in 3rd. Daniel Bouchard, he starts in the 4th position in that Aero Chevrolet Camaro. Row number 5, Brock Nelson, Thomas Troxel. Row number 3, row number 4, Dustin Davis, Logan Williams. Row number 5, Scott Upton and Igor Barretto. Row number 6, Joe Rutkowski, highest of the front-running championship contenders. He's looking to make a name tonight and really get himself back into victory lane. And alongside him, Andrew Miller in the 51, 2 of the Perez Family Racing cars in the top 12 here starting tonight. Gotta watch out for Justin Zeidel. He starts midway through the field. It's not been a great couple of races for him. He's back there in that orange and black Schluter Systems Honda. They're looking to get that team to victory lane. Honda Hamel has never won a race, so it would be a first if they were able to pull off the victory tonight. 42 cars here under the lights. The Atlanta Motor Speedway, 80 laps. It should be a 2-stop race. It's obviously, as we know, a legendary tire fall-off racetrack. It's not the same version of Atlanta that we used earlier in the spring. Obviously, as you can tell, it's a night and it's a different track-looking surface, but if I remember correctly, this was the same I&I that we took onto 2014 to make that a fantastic race. So we should expect nothing less than we are in for a treat here. The longest race to date in series history. David Johnson, Alexander Rowe, off of turn number 4. Splash and Go pace car is down pit road. Let's go racing at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Harris already getting squeezed out to the middle of the racetrack. Brock Nelson's going to lead the charge on the bottom of the racetrack. He's got help from Dustin Davis. Scott Upton, 3 Toyota Camrys, chasing down the Dodge at the front of the field. Here comes Equan, has him in the 72. This is a man who really has come to life the past couple of races and is showing a lot of speed in that car. Now here they come down the back straightaway. Scott Upton leads that pack of chasing cars. They're trying to chase down David Johnson. Upton is second. Has him to third. Bouchard up to fourth. Here comes Ryan Durrani in the 19, and here comes his teammate Jesse Turner in the 6. So Buck Racing making some moves early on in this race here. Here we go as their car starting to settle in. It is Johnson. It is Haslam. Dodge is 1-2. We really haven't seen a whole lot of Dodge since Talladega. They were flying at Talladega earlier this year, but they don't have a win as an OEM since then. But they're running 1-2 here right now. They are looking strong, and here comes Equan. Has him to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to get all over the back bumper of David Johnson in that 10. Not going to do anything just yet. Watch for Dale Lightning in the 25 machine. He comes into this race 33rd in points. Not been a good season for Lightning, but he wants to make something of it, and this would be a crown jewel to add to his career resume there. Think we're under yellow? No, we're not. They're just going single file for some reason, but has him to the lead. Equan has him in the 72, going to make a dive down at the bottom of the racetrack. Move the 72 car to the lead. They were a dead even at the stripe, but he's going to get him around here. Dale Lightning's now going to have a shot to slide into second. Brock to third, and he's going to try and pull Patrick Smith with him to fourth. Smith has 1 career win to his name, but it was that legendary drive in the Southern 500 last season. The caution-free race, he started outside the top 25, and he won the race with no cautions at Darlington. One of, I would argue, the greatest drive that we have ever seen so far in the series, but he wants to get back to victory lane and get EEL Racing their second win as a program, and he's off to a flying start. That's a team, too, that has had some heartbreak this season. One thing you're going to see about this version of Atlanta, the bottom of the racetrack is definitely going to be used a lot more than we saw in January. David Johnson is falling like a rock. Gotta wonder if he used up all the tires. He's already outside of the top 15. Just after only about 3 laps or so after getting past top 4 cars, single file. And it's a long race here tonight. You know, I wouldn't expect these guys necessarily to go ham off the get-go like we saw them do here in January. I mean, lap times, though, so far in this race, you see the deltas are starting to creep up. You really run your fastest lap early. Colton Yo, I mean, look at this. Bouchard, Harris, Troxel, Davis. These are all guys we talked about in the pre-race. These are guys we all mentioned in the pre-race. They are sitting back here. Zeidel's not going anywhere, but Rutkowski's not either. I mean, championship contender-wise, Brett Sierra's on the... Brett Sierra, McCrow, Fitzy, Haslam. Those are all guys who could set to gain big the way this is played out so far, especially Haslam. 117 off the lead entering this race. 3 wide in the middle of the corner. Brock sends Lightning up the racetrack. Smith to second. Upton to third, maybe. Upton's going to get 4th from Lightning. He'll now work on William Brock. Brock and Upton led laps here in January. Upton obviously lost out to Josh Williamson. Equine has him, though. Is going to hold the lead for the moment. Smith to 2nd, Brock to 3rd, Upton to 4th. Bunch of big stars up here at the front of this field. McCrow having a fantastic season. And here comes Zachary Fitzwater. So he's moving his way up through the field in that Sahara Force India machine. And here comes William Brock in the 34 down to the bottom of the racetrack. Smith just washed up too much. There goes McCrow as well. Ada McCrow looking to get Arctic Racing their 2nd win on the season and 3rd as a program. That 70 car still hasn't gone to victory lane yet. Dustin Davis almost won the driver's title with it last season, and this team is back this season. 2 guys in the driver's hunt. McCrow's a guy we don't talk about him a lot. He just runs consistent. He starts about where he finishes. His average finish is 20th. His average start is 20th. They're just within a few points of each other. He's had a fantastic season. He truly has had a remarkably clean season, though. So you got to give your hats off to him. Andrew Williams, bottom of the standings coming into this race, but he's running 3rd right now. Davey Johnson to 4th. Jesse Turner, here's a guy who could gain in the points. 20th coming in tonight. Didn't have a good race at Daytona. See that outside line really cycling some cars out of this front pack. Trey Bartow on the move. 3 wide midfield, about 20th or so, I believe. Whoa, Alonso up the hill. That's about 17th through 22nd in that pack of cars there. Here comes Caleb Rose in the DeWalt Mustang looking to move his way through the field. And here comes Andrew Williams in that 28 machine. He is storming his way through the field. Starting to see the tire fall off here. They're about half a second from what they were running earlier in the race. We will obviously see as this race progresses, you know, how bad is the tire fall off. But it's Haslam, it's Williams. The tale of 2 seasons, Andrew Williams, 2 top 10s on the season. Equan Haslam has 4 top 5s. It has been a miserable season for the younger of the Williams. I mean, it hasn't been a great season for the Williams brothers in general. Logan's in 25th, but maybe tonight is the night for Andrew Williams to claim his first win. And this pack is really separated now. Interesting to see. This could play big later in the race, especially if we stay green for a lot of it. It's now from first to last place on track, waiting for the times to clock in. It's now 7.5 seconds back to Arthur Xavier, our last winner, and Marty Sakala. A ton of big names back here. Guys who started up front, Chase Harris, Brandon Nelson, both struggling. The bottom line's the way to go. They're all Harvicking it around here. We missed the pass for the lead. Andrew Williams is the leader. He must have gotten them down into 3 and 4. Apologies for that. Davey Johnson closing in the 12. EEL Racing. Smith slid back, but Johnson stayed up there. Jesse Turner looking to get his 3rd career win. It's been a great season for this man in his debut year. Alexander Rowe really been finding his stride the past couple of races. They wished that they had unloaded off the truck back at New Smyrna with as much speed as they have had because they have been just flying the past couple of weeks here. Ever since about Twin Ring, I believe. It was either Twin Ring or Willow when they got their first top 10. They just haven't missed since. They've just been so consistent. It's really nice to watch because Rowe is fantastic when he's on his game. Turner to the inside of Haslam looking for the 2nd position. And while we're taking a quick peek, his teammate from Buck Racing, Ryan Durrani's up to 9th, so watch out for those boys. And here comes our point leader, Justin Seidel. He's dragging Eric Monaco along with him, and Rutkowski is right behind. So Dustin Davis could be in a little bit of point trouble here. Here comes Jesse Turner. He's going to go up to 2nd, so he is flying in that 6 machine. Lap times have fallen off about a second in the 20-lap run so far. Great race so far. Great race. Seeing a lot of changes throughout the field. A lot of single file at the moment. They're actually all in a train right now. This is impressive. The tire fall off is really going to play an impact on this race. You can definitely see it may not be the same version of Atlanta that we used in January, but it still does the classic Atlanta tire fall off, as these tires have fallen off like a rock. Speeds. Yeah, he has them still kind of quick. Oh boy, Turner and Upton almost got together. Turner's going to lose 2 spots this lap. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide, middle of the field. Ryan Durrani's on the charge through the field. Oh, Williams, he's up the hill. He's going to put it in the wall. Oh my goodness, Brock Nelson. Davey Johnson almost came into collision with him. Logan Williams is going to lose a bunch of time here in that 38 machine. He just washed up the hill so badly, got into the wall. They're now 3 by 3 wide. Here comes Monaco and Rutkowski trying to chase down Justin Seidel. He's going to put some space in between them. And now our championship point leader is inside the top 10 and lurking. That Honda is fast. That Honda looks like it has long run speed, and you may need that tonight, because it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of cautions over a quarter of the way through the race. And the other Williams brother, Andrew Williams, with a huge slide up the hill. Here comes Haslam in the 72. He'll go swinging on by. Equan has him back out in front in the 72. That opens the door for Upton to start closing in. Upton had 2 pole positions at the Daytona 2-step, the road course, and the Oval for 4th of July weekend. He had 2 pole positions. We had 2 races that weekend. Oh, Andrew Williams! Oh, no, no, no. And the season of misery just continues to get worse for the youngest Williams brother. He blows a motor while having a competitive race. Oh, Barta's going to get passed up here, but what a shame for Andrew Williams. He was having a great race finally, and he's going to finish last on track tonight. Arthur Xavier's way off the pace. I wonder if he tagged the wall. He is a mile off of Dustin Davis. Dustin Davis. Justin Seidel is climbing through the field. Dustin Davis can barely hang on to the back of the pack. Now, if you want some constructors' standings implications, if these 2 from Buck Racing, of Turner and Durrani, can keep running with each other the rest of the night and finish up front, top 10, both in the top 5 maybe, that is going to send a shockwave up the constructor standings. Here comes Seidel. He's looking for 4th on Keegan Thompson. Haven't talked about Thompson a lot either this season. Obviously, teammates to row. We know the struggles Pacific Racing has had, but Thompson having a splendid run. Almost got 2-stepped by the Buck Racing teammates. They're now looking to the bottom. And watch out for this 79, Eric Monaco. He has been following Seidel through the field. Seidel, Monaco, Rutkowski were close there for a little bit. Rutkowski has since then, he's been sinking back. And these 2 of Monaco and Seidel are moving forward. Oh, Turner's going to get sent up the hill by Monaco. Or is Thompson slow? Pit stops underway, maybe? Yep, we have pit stops underway. Lap 27. That should take us to 54. So it should be a 2-stop race. Now, the end of this race, the tires will be screaming at the end of this race. No doubt about it. Well, it's time to see how this plays out. Patrick Smith, Equan has him. 2 guys with big wins on their resume. They're diving to pit road this time by. Who stays out? Turner's going to stay out an extra lap. That is a risky strategy call. Now, if a caution comes out, he's a genius, but that is a dangerous call there by Turner, because he could easily get passed up with the... Uh-oh. Oh, boy. All right, they had me nervous there for a moment. Sakala's going to gain some time in on the in-lap there. It's Turner, Fitzy, Pendergast, Williamson, Rose, the cars who stayed out a lap longer. We're going to watch Keegan Thompson because I want to see. He pulled the undercut. He got in a lap earlier before the leaders did. Let's see how it plays out for this number 69 Lumen Toyota Camry for Pacific Racing. Having a nice run today. I know that's an overused joke, but it really doesn't get old, so. Bartow is also hauling, so Ryan Racing could be in contention to get their boys up in the front here and battling for this win. Two of them, actually. All right, here we go. Raced off pit road. Where is the leader? Let's see if we can catch up to the leader, where the leaders were. Bartow's going to go by Thompson. Oh, Zeidel's going to come out. There goes Smith. Can he get up the speed? 3 wide down the back straightaway. Bartow, Thompson on the outside. Oh boy, Monaco's gonna get side by side. So, Thompson really didn't lose anything, but he's still up there. Bartow gained big. He was not in the top 10, if I remember correctly, before the pits. He's now battling for the up here for the win. Turner's gonna slot in. He'll be about where he was, but Patrick Smith, his team at EEL Racing pulled a fantastic pit stop. Kind of ironic because I would make the argument pit stops that cost EEL Racing's Davey Johnson 2 wins this season. So for them to have a big-time pit stop and come up clutch is kind of ironic, but they have. Bartow to 3rd, so that's 2 Ryan Racing cars on the podium. Zeidel, Monaco. These are 1st and 3rd in the championship, and Monaco is just setting sail. Zeidel's going to get passed by Thompson. And if I'm Zeidel, obviously you want to win, but you do want to play the championship game. And you're really only battling Monaco tonight at this point. So, well, Rutkowski's still up there too, so I should, and McCrow. It's such an interesting with the way this title is unfolded. Let's take a look at this pack. 7th place, Ryan Durrani. 8th place, Zachary Fitzwater. Now 9th is Rutkowski. 10th is Turner. He is about to get shuffled out of the top 10. Lightning, and then the 2 Grattan Motorsport cars, or Grattan Racing. Brock Nelson, Bailey Pendergast, Brett Sierra. Thomas Troxell's moved his way into the top 20. So after sliding way back on the initial start of the race, and then a lot of cars just spaced out back here. Dustin Davis having an awful night in this 77. 35th, Noah Clifton, 36. David Johnson, the pole sitter, 37. Arthur Xavier, 38. 39th is Sakala. Chase Harris is 40th. That is just some tough luck there for that 33. Andrew Miller is 41st. Perez family just doesn't have the speed tonight in those Dodges, but Ryan Racing has the speed in the Dodges. And EEL Racing's Patrick Smith, that Home Depot Mustang, is fast. It's such an interesting race. These guys have spaced out so much, but I kind of like it. This is a very Darlington feel to it. Here comes Haslam to the bottom of the racetrack, side by side with Patrick Smith, and he's going to sling on around by him. Monaco with the fastest lap of the race at 27.69. Nice lap from him when he turned that in. Turner's just losing time. So is Durrani. So that is not working out for the 2 Buck Racing machines. But the 3 Ryan Racing cars are trying to all get in the top 10. That would be a big points night for them. 3 wide for 8th position. Rutkowski's going to make a move. Big time move from Rutkowski. He's got to try and chase down Zeidel and Monaco. He wants, at the very least, he's got to keep up with Eric Monaco tonight. Oh, Haslam just took the lead back from Patrick Smith. And we're going to see now, if these 2 start racing each other, Smith and Haslam, if they start racing each other, could that allow Bartow to close in, and Thompson, Monaco, and Zeidel in whatever the word is. Oh boy, oh boy. Here comes Smith again. They're trading the lead up here at the front of this race. But that time by, Bartow lost 0.02 of a second on Smith and Haslam. And there goes Patrick Smith. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Andrew Miller just went into turn 3. Andrew Miller's now coming out of turn 4. Patrick Smith is now coming out of turn 4. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 27s, 28s are the lap times. Andrew Miller's not that far in front of these guys. I mean, look at this delta. See, there he goes down the back. There are our leaders as we lose them, as they're about to have another change of positions. The mid-pack is getting spicy, but here comes Haslam and Smith coming to halfway here in the World 600. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It gets more intense as the plot thickens under the lights here on a cool Georgia night. Oh boy, Barto Monaco just gained about 3/10 that lap. We gotta watch out. This pack of cars being led by Bailey Pendergast. There's about 13 of them now on the same straightaway. This could get interesting. If they chase down the lead pack, we'll have to see how the lap times play out. Boy, this is gonna get interesting if they chase down the lead pack. And they are slowly closing in, so we could see it's going to be a matter of how the tires play out, obviously, but Smith and Haslam having a duel here. And if you're Barto, now, if you are Barto, seeing what happened the last time, you play the undercut, you gained about 3 seconds on, you gained a lot. Loses a few hundreds that lap, but he can still see the leaders in his sight. You are Barto. You've got to wonder if he's sitting there thinking, hey, if we pull an undercut again and get in a lap before these guys, could we be the leader? Now, the downside of that is you're going to be, if you pit lap with about a 27 lap fuel window, you are right on the limit of how far you can go. These guys are going to pit pretty safe. Jesse Turner, assuming he pits late again, is absolutely safe. So the game's being played here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Seidel's losing some touch from Thompson. He's about 3 seconds back now. Car just looks to be losing some of that pace he had. This pack of cars is just... they are throwing it down here. Rutkowski lost a ton of positions. Here comes Josh Williamson, about to break up to 7th position. Williamson wants the season sweep at Atlanta. That is not exactly the easiest feat to do either. We have yet to see a driver, a team win twice at the same racetrack. Here they go again for the lead. Smith and Haslam, they're going side by side. Back goes Patrick Smith to the front of this race. And now only 1.7 seconds back to Eric Monaco. 1.6, my bad. He is flying. Keep in mind, Monaco has the fastest lap of the race. All the tire fall off is about the same. Smith got a lot better on his tire fall off than Haslam does. It's interesting to note, though, we've ran one Southern 500 in series history. It had no cautions. We're on our first World 600 in series history. It's had no cautions. Lap 47 lights up on the scoreboard. 1.8 seconds is now the gap back to this cluster of cars. Barto's going to go back to 3rd. Ryan Racing trying for a double podium here. They've got 3 cars in the top 7. They are in for a massive, massive jump up the standings if they can keep this up. I don't know if we've seen so when we did it at Talladega, we put 3 cars in the top 10, but I don't think we had 3 cars in the top 7. And 2 on the podium. This would be, if Ryan Racing can keep this up, they are going up in the scoreboard, and they may put in one of the biggest point totals we've seen for a 3-car team this season. Single file this mid-pack. Nice run from Igor Barreto. 12th in standings, 147 off the lead coming in tonight. He won't gain on Zeidel, but he may gain over some people because he's got some guys, he's got guys right there he's battling for the championship, so any little bit helps. Troxel's done a nice job to drive his way back through the field. The 2 Buck Racing cars, even though they're not where they want to be, they're still hanging out close. That's not bad. Brock Nelson, Nelson Reeves, and Christopher Alphaby. Caleb Rose struggling tonight. Dustin Davis, though, is having the worst night of all. Was hoping to gain on Justin Zeidel. Here we go again, though. Here we go. Equan has him to the bottom of the racetrack. Patrick Smith gonna lose the lead again, but that may not be a bad thing. Pit stops are coming up, and we know the EEO Racing team there on that 11 can't put in a fast one early. These two are just having a splendid, splendid battle here tonight. Again, what a great race this has been. We haven't had a single yellow flag yet. We obviously may still. I mean, we weren't going to have a yellow flag lap earlier. Yeah, we only had one in January, and it was for that massive 19-car pileup. So, if not for that, we wouldn't have had it. So, we'll see how this plays out. Anything can happen. Now, this is going to be interesting. Leaders have just about caught Andrew Miller. The question's going to be, how are they going to get by him? Because he's not a normal lap car. We have actual lap traffic here. Now, it is interesting, though, too, because Andrew Miller is the only driver on the track who hasn't ran a 27 lap time yet. Everyone else, obviously right now he's in the 29.3s. Everyone else's slow lap times are in the 28.9s. 28.8. Has him up the racetrack. Smith closes in. I think he wants to get out in front of Hasem so he can use Miller as a pick. Thompson doesn't come in. Nobody's pitting yet, so everybody should be good to go on fuel then when they do pit. I believe nobody pitting there means we're good on the fuel window. These marquee races, just something wild and interesting always happens, and tonight it's been a clean green flag battle. And these two up front have swapped the lead, I think, about 7 or 8 times now. An epic clash between two experienced veterans. Oh, still no takers. Still no takers down pit road. They're closing in on Miller. Oh boy. Somebody's going to catch up to Miller here. Let's see how this one plays out. Nice run for Josh Williamson up to 7th. Thompson going to lead him in again. Oh, the leaders are going to pit first. So Hasem and Smith are going to pit with Keegan Thompson. That was not what I was expecting. And here comes Joe Rutt. So Joe Rutt pits. Now this could get interesting. And Jesse Turner pits. So Turner, seeing how the strategy didn't work out for him last time, pits early. He takes the undercut. Now he'll try and gain up some track position. Thompson, though, is potentially the biggest get to gain here. Monaco stays out a lap. Williamson, Fitzy again stays out an extra lap. Oh boy. Here's the race off pit road. Smith is away. Hasem is away. Hasem gets out first. Thompson is going to be right in their footsteps. Turner looking to drop the jack before traffic catches up. Can he get out of his box in time? Oh no! Slow pit stop for Jesse Turner. He gets out though, not too slow. Thompson lost a ton of time as Smith and Hasem just accelerated out onto the racetrack. They're going to be, we're going to have to see, but that may give these two the whole track to battle for the win. Here comes Smith, side by side to the stripe. We're closing in on 20 laps to go here at Atlanta. And there's Zeidel. So Zeidel got by Bartow, but Zeidel's going to be nowhere near the leaders. They are gone into the Atlanta sunset. Thompson's going to clear for 3rd. Oh, it's going to be close. Zeidel will be close to him, but that's about it. Top 2 have checked out here. Hasem and Smith are gone. Zeidel, Thompson, Bartow. Joe Rutkowski has worked his way up to 6th. Brandon Nelson to 8th. Let's see how the merger is down the back straightaway. Andrew Miller, the lap car. Eric Monaco slots into 4th. Bartow back to 6th. Williamson to 7th, but here comes Rutt. Here comes Brandon Nelson. Guys looking to make up some big time here. But here we go. Settle in now, folks, because this is the battle. This is the battle that's been going on the entire race, and it's going to go on to the finish of this race. They're about 3.5, 4 seconds up on second. Let's settle in for another one of those classic Atlanta finishes. What is about to go down here at Atlanta? Oh boy, oh boy. So, here goes Smith. Here goes Haslam. They're off into the corner. 3.69. I'm sorry, that's just too funny. That's too funny. The gap that was there back to Thompson. They're running a little bit off the bottom, too, so that's also fascinating. They are running off the bottom of the racetrack. I'm curious to see how this is. I'm curious to see how it's going to play out. Yeah, these guys are just losing time now. I mean, the good thing for them is they have, without a yellow, the good thing for these guys is, even though they're not going to win the race most likely unless the top 2 crash. Oh, Bartow sends it in on the bottom. Big ol' send by the 27. And Monaco goes through with him. Oh boy, now Monaco wants to get by Bartow. He wants to chase down Thompson and get on the podium. All right, takes the air off the 27, slides him up the racetrack. There goes Eric Monaco up to the 4th position. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here comes the top 2, though. They are closing in once again, and the lap car is Marty Sakala, David Johnson. Sakala, let's see where Sakala's at. He's halfway down the back. They're coming on to the back. So here we go. Coming to 15 to go here at Atlanta. It has been a fight that's going to go down for the ages here between Patrick Smith, the man who won that iconic Southern 500 that also happened to be caution-free, and Equan. I can't remember thinking back to it. If you throw out the road courses, I may be wrong, but Patrick Smith might have actually won the last caution-free race. I could be entirely wrong, and somebody feel free to correct me if I am, but Patrick Smith may have actually been the last guy to win a caution-free race. Now that would be... we had one at Auto Club. If you take out the road courses, I am 99% sure. I believe Patrick Smith is the man who last won a caution-free race in the Body Armor Cup Series, so... that is an impressive stat line. Thompson got shuffled back, and now he's going to have to worry because Josh Williamson in this 99 is flying around this racetrack. He won here in January. He's not going to win tonight without some help, but... and this top 20 or so has left the second pack in the dust. Look how far back these guys are of Alonso, Sierra, Alfie, and Troxel, but still getting top 20 runs for those guys, so... for how the night started for some of them, dropping back early. Troxel was in like 40th at one point, so for him to get back up into the top 20 is good for him. Running out of time to have a shot at that championship, but Equan Haslam, though, is a guy who's going to gain big tonight as long as he can finish this race. He's in front of Davis. He's in front of everybody. The only guy he's not, Patrick Smith, 28th in the points, looking for his second career win. Sakala closed back up to Johnson. So they may not, I mean, you could hear the lap cars go off into the distance on camera, but they're not close enough to where the leaders can see them yet. Haslam's just stalking Smith. It's good tactics by Haslam here. He's not doing anything too aggressive to overuse his tires. He obviously wants the tires to make it to the end. Save a little life in them and see what happens. And they also know, too, this pack is going to chase them down if they start racing each other. Brandon Nelson, what a fantastic run by this man tonight. Dustin Davis, though, truly in the championship hunt, is the real loser tonight. I mean, he is going to get an awful, awful finish. He may be the last car that finished the race in 41st position. That is going to be devastating for his title chances. Meanwhile, Patrick Smith continues to lead. 8 to go here at Atlanta. 9 to go. Regardless, the laps are winding down. Haslam is staying right there with him in his tracks. Shaping up just to play out, just like Darlington did. Zidell is on the podium spot. Thompson to 4th. Monaco, Bartow, and they have caught. Josh Williamson has led this pack that has hunted down the top 6 drivers. He's up to Bartow. Keep in mind, actually, Josh Williamson stayed out that extra lap, so that staying out that extra lap has actually helped him because he's got the tires now late in the run that I don't think a lot of these guys have. He goes by Bartow, he goes by Thompson. Josh Williamson may easily end up on the podium the rate this is going. He's leading Brandon Nelson around them as well. Bartow's tires look like they're starting to fade away. Oh boy, Josh Williamson looking to drive his way up to the podium here in a caution-free race in the World 600. I don't know if Haslam has enough. Haslam may or may not have enough to get around this 11 car. It just seems like he closes in, he backs it out, he closes in. Chase Harris now the last car on the lead lap. Not a great debut for him at all, but he's logging laps. And, it's Chase Harris. It's nice to see a established driver come on over. Oh, here comes Pendergast. Pendergast just made some huge moves. Zidell's about to be shuffled out of the top 10. This could be big. Lightning's going by. Yo's going by. Barretto and McCrow and Brock could all go by. Now Monaco's about to maybe. Oh, Marty Sakala just blew up. Oh, that's a shame because he was having an awful night. Uh-oh. Smith up the hill. Here comes Haslam to sec up there. Closing on the rear bumper of him. Ryan Racing trying for only the 3rd double podium in series history for a team. I believe it was Bouchard and, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Twin Ring, Bouchard and Yo who scored a double podium. Almost got a 1-2. Ryan Racing trying for it tonight. Hell, they're going to score some monster amounts of points because Bartow's in 4th. That is 2nd, 3rd, and soon to be 5th here in a moment for Ryan Racing. So as a team, they are having one of the best nights we've ever seen a team have. I am impressed by this 11 car, Patrick Smith. I didn't think anybody was going to be able to just park the bus out in front for this long. And he has for the past, since the pit stop. He made that swing by Haslam right before they came into pit road, about a lap or 2 before. He hasn't lost the lead since, and he's starting to gap Haslam. I don't think Haslam's going to get to him. Haslam's coming up off the bottom a little too much in the corner. Pendergast to 3rd. The double podium is still on for Ryan Racing. 2 laps to go here at Atlanta in the World 600. Patrick Smith, he's the king of these caution-free races. And he's looking to send his EEO Racing their 2nd win as a team. Uh-oh, here comes Haslam. Haslam's closing. Another motor blows up. That's Andrew Miller, but here we go. White flag is out. Haslam said it's go time here in Atlanta. Here we go, side by, here they come. They're nose to tail, headed down the back straightaway for the final time. Equine Haslam sending every last bit of horsepower he can out of that Mopar into the final corner. He's not going to have enough if Smith gets off the corner, and he's going to win his second career race. He won the Southern 500. He wins the World 600. Patrick Smith is back in victory lane in a big way once again. Haslam second. Pendergast third, a double podium for Ryan Racing. Brandon Nelson fourth, great run for him. Seidel recovers to fifth. Williamson sixth, what a tremendous run for him. Barto eighth, so an amazing day for Ryan Racing. Colton Yo, William Brock, Dale Lightning, a good run there for both of those Dracoan and Racing teammates. Monaco, Rutkowski, Thompson, Zachary Fitzwater, Olvera, Sierra, Lake, Alonso, your top 20. What a tremendous race tonight. What a tremendous race here tonight in the World 600. Gotta save that. I don't actually remember what race we're up to, but this may have been race 24. I can't lie. I don't remember these days, but take a look there at the rest of your results. Williams held on for 21st after making some contact with the wall. We saw David Johnson and Marty Sakala both have mechanical problems. 80 laps caution-free here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Only 3 mechanical failures. Some tough, though, nights for some big names. Davis, Rose, Upton, Turner, all lost a ton of time. What was looking like a promising night for Buck Racing, the strategy just didn't play out. But up front, Patrick Smith absolutely put on a clinic in the second half of in that final stint. Didn't let Equan Haslam get around him. Haslam sent it one final time there on that last run on the white flag lap, but he came up just short. It's not going to affect Smith's chances of a championship. I don't think he can win one. Now, I shouldn't say that. We do still have the Long Pond Super Sprint coming up, and that's 3 races in one weekend. So that could get wild. That could absolutely get wild. But Haslam, he's firmly back in the hunt for this title now, though. He is definitely, even though he's not going to gain huge on Seidel, he's going to gain big on Yo. It's kind of a weird one. The only guy up in the front of the standings who didn't have a good night was Davis, and he had an atrocious night, so he is going to take a huge hit. But everybody else, especially Seidel, I mean, Seidel getting the bus right back on track here, but a double podium for Ryan Racing, but it was all tonight about Patrick Smith and EEL Racing. They've been so close all year with Davey Johnson. Smith finally does it for them again. And hey, they're going to be going to Darlington soon. They run good there. Got Watkins Glen coming up. That's going to be a ton of fun. But that does it tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from the World 600 in the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It has been a thriller. It has been a absolute fantastic race here. Thank you for sticking with us there. That extended off weekend. Super Glen week is next week. Tons of racing all across the league. Obviously, be all capped off on Sunday with the Body Armor World 600. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have an amazing night. Congratulations to Patrick Smith and Ethan Lewis on scoring that win here tonight. And we will see you guys in the Finger Lakes for the Finger Lakes 1000. Till then, so long, everybody.